Hello world, welcome to my channel, and this video is about a special thing. Okay, let me first start, then you can understand. Suppose you know web development. Suppose majority of this world in the web development, who are web developers, they mostly prefer either TypeScript or JavaScript, right? In modern day. So suppose you know these two languages, but you okay, so another framework is React, Angular, Views, which are special frameworks meant for UI development. They are mainly managed by the node environment, that is which are managed by the package manager npm under the node. Okay, so suppose you know React, and the unique things of React, like special mechanisms or techniques of state management, including the hook, props, and redux. Okay, so redux, context, etc things now. Suppose you want, besides, in addition to web development, you want to develop some mobile applications including iOS, Android application, but you know Java a little bit to some extent, but you don't know either of Kotlin or what should I say, or Objective C or Swift. Now Objective C and Swift are essential for iOS development, that is mobile applications for the iPhones. Okay, so in that case, what would you do? Suppose you are going, okay, so suppose you have Flutter. Okay, so that is based on Java actually. So if you know Java or some of Kotlin, you can understand Flutter as well, because the syntaxes are almost they look like Java. But the thing is that you don't have the UI level customization. I mean, you have customization, but not that much of customization that you get in CSS or SAS in what should I say, in web development. Okay, now there is another solution. React, right? So React, the team React has also developed another thing that is called React Native, which is meant for the cross-platform mobile application. That means, what do you mean what do you mean by cross-platform? Now, Flutter is also a cross-platform language, right? So this cross-platform is nothing but your application won't depend on the particular operating system, but there is another problem, that you are going for a native application development. So native means obviously it should depend on operating system. See, the thing is that it is saying cross-platform in that sense that you don't need to write different codes for that. Okay, your code will be the same, but in the lowest level, the dependence on the operating system will be managed by the packages itself, by the frameworks itself. That is the beauty of React Native. Okay, so that's why this is the name native, that you can create native application. But the drawback is that you can only develop native applications of mobile applications, like it is not meant for desktop applications or applications for PCs like laptops or desktop. Okay, another thing, Flutter. But Flutter, on the other hand, Flutter has a greater expense. It can also be used for web development as well. Okay, web development, desktop development, Android, iOS development, everything. But for all of these cross platforms, you have just to configure in the configurations files and specify that you are using Android, or you are developing for Android, or you are developing for iOS. Okay, because this will be needed whenever you will build those native applications. Okay, now without wasting time, I am directly coming into another thing, that suppose you have a low end PC. Okay, now you have 8 GB of RAM. I cannot call it a low end PC, but still, for developing an Android application properly, if you want entire Android ecosystem, entire a special IDE that entirely manages the Android systems, Android configuration, the installation mediums, okay, the SDK tools means that is software development kit that is required to develop a particular software, especially for native applications. If you have any experience in native software developments, or Windows software development, there also you need to install Windows SDK, whether you use JavaFX or you use Java's older the UI frameworks. Okay, I cannot exactly recall the names. Older, the recent one was is the JavaFX, and another many things are there. Or whether you use, even though you use the Visual C++, okay, Visual C Studio, Visual C or Visual Studio, uh, you need to install the SDK. But what if and another thing before before this what if, another thing is that you also need uh, the virtual device, or it is not virtual device, what should I say, simulator. Okay, virtual simulator. Suppose in Android, if you have any experience in Android development using Java or Kotlin, okay, you know that there you have to edit the XML file, which is essentially for the designing of the application's UI. Okay, so there you can get the blueprints, and also after running the simulator, you have a virtual Android device installed on your computer. There you just run all this, but they actually run on the Android SDK. Now these are complex things, and today 8 GB is not enough for it. Okay, I have tried in 8 GB recently, but it's my laptop is hanging. Okay, so I again gone through the documentation, and they are saying that for running smoothly the Android Studio, you need a minimum of 16 GB of RAM today. Even I think 2 to 3 years back, it was the minimum requirement was 8 GB, but today it has been raised to 16 GB. Okay, and that might be more other tools, more other introduction of more other dependency, and that is obvious. So suppose you want to, but you don't want this much of complexity. For that reason, there is a solution. Even though if you use React Native, you have to use Android Studio. But if you don't want to use Android Studio, you have a better solution, where either you can also run on the framework, or you can also run on the what should I say, you run on the your own mobile in wireless connection. Okay, using QR code. So that's there. Expo helps us. Now another problem. Expo has updated their Expo client related things. Okay, so I am going to show you about that things, what are going to that. Okay, and this is 2025. This is 2025, and this is March, obviously. So I am not right now hiding my date or date and time. Here you can see March 2. So this is because this is important for showing that which version is acting like what. So how I am how to install and how to run the hello world and everything. You might get many videos on Expo, but what I'm trying to show that what is actually being displayed, which when we hit enter, when we use what command related to Expo client. Okay, so let's see. This is an important thing, that's why I'm creating this video, and I have faced some problems like this. Okay, and one more thing, Explore client is going to be deprecated. I don't know after that what is going to appear instead of Expo client, but Expo client is really an helpful tool, especially for us who don't want Android Studio or this much of complexity and difficulty with this low end or 8 GB or this kind of PC which have low, low RAM, that is 8 GB. Okay, so for that, for this for students like us, this is much helpful. This expo is much helpful. So without more chatting or without more babbling, let's see what happens. So this is the expo CLI or expo client, or it is not client actually, sorry, I'm sorry. So it is expo command line interface. There is a CLI tool, command line tools, so using in the for using in the terminal. So you can see here, this is the detailed documentation of how to install, how to use. Okay, so you can see here it is using npx expo run Android, npx expo run iOS. So before that, let me say you how you can let me first what should I say, let me first show you that how you can install. Okay, so for that reason, let me open up the terminal. Okay, so npx, for that reason you first need to install npm install expo CLI. Now if you do that, it is installing. Okay, I am forcibly stopping it because I have to run it globally. npm install expo client CLI. Okay, okay, there are different deprecation warning. Fine, actually I have already installed, so I was looking for that whether any kind of changes or not. Okay, I think that might, that you can see here it is only giving the deprecation warning. That means some changes here. So I have actually installed before earlier. So now what I need to do is, let me first create a project. Now we expect that if we run this npx create expo app at the latest, just like create react app at the latest, then my app's name, or if you simply hit this, you will be asked with this question. Okay, so if you do that, let me see what happens. So we can expect that the basic codes like app.js, index.js, which are also in react, that will be basic things are written. Okay, with a simple example, let me see what happens. Let's see. Okay, so npx create expo app at latest. Okay, so I can directly give the name of this, suppose test native. Okay, this will be the folder name, package folder, and I am going to give the template. Okay, I shall not initially give the template. Okay, so by default the template is JavaScript, but if you like, if you use this one, template TypeScript, it will give the TypeScript code. Okay, but I shall go for JavaScript, and by default the template is JavaScript as far as I have used. Now let's see what happens. Okay, so it's installing the necessary things. Okay, it is again giving the deprecation warning. So your project is ready, and let me see what happens. Now here you can see here, this it is giving npm run Android, npm run iOS, but as I am using expo, so I shall use the expo CLI commands, as instructed here. This is the entire documentation page. I shall paste the link in the description. You can check it out there. Okay, so what was my project folder's name? Test native, right? So let's open code. Okay, so cd test native, sorry, native, and then code dot. So I have VS Code. Now you can see here by default it is giving TSX components, right? But by default it should give JavaScript. Now I have made a mistake. I am saying where I have made a mistake or my misconception. If you use this, then you shall get the JavaScript things. Now suppose if I run npx expo start. Okay, okay. So you can see here there is no warning. Actually in JavaScript I was getting some deprecation warning. Okay, well, let us examine or let us test. So you can see here all the things are giving here. Now you have now to run on your Android device. First you need to you can see here the name, the application name, that is you need to uh, where is the name, Metro Bundler. Okay, using expo go. So this is the application name. You need to install the expo go in your Android device. Okay, now let me show you my Android device. I have mirrored it here. This is my Android device. Okay, fine. Now suppose you can see here this is the expo go application. Now what I need to do, I need to where is my, okay, so where is the terminal? This here. I have to scan this particular QR code in my Android device, right, in the expo go app. So let's open the expo go app. So already I had tested some hello world. Okay, so let me clear. So you can see here you don't need to log in for this. So you can see here enter URL manually if you want to enter URL manually. Okay, so here what you need to enter this URL. Okay, so if you want to run on web, you have to use this, but I am showing running on my Android device. Okay, so I am not going to enter this one. Okay, not going to enter this one. Rather I am going to scan this QR code. Okay, so let's scan this QR code. Here is my QR code going to scan. Okay, you can see here it is scanning and it is building. Great, I think it has ended, it has finished building. Welcome. So you can see here in TypeScript it is giving many things. Okay, almost UI related things, and it is also giving some information related to where you can go, where you can visit, right? Now suppose let's do another thing. Okay, now suppose I am stopping this server and let's create another project. So you are seeing here it is not, it has been not created, and it is giving some error. This is not the registry. I have given template JavaScript. Okay, so let me first copy and paste it. Let me see what does Google say about it. And create React. Okay. Oh, one second. I think I have made a mistake. No, I did not have made a mistake. My spelling is completely okay. Not create. No. My one. This is React tab, but mine is create. Oh, sorry. This is create React app. What the hell? npx create expo app. This should be expo app. Create expo app latest. Test native JS template JavaScript. Okay. Okay. Now let's see. Is this giving the entire basic files as it has given for the TypeScript? Let's see. So cd test native JS and then code dot. Okay. Now can you see the magic? It is not giving the JavaScript files. You can check out here. This is test native JS. So I am zooming it. You can see here the test native JS. It is not giving that. That is the problem. Okay. Now if you want to get all those things, you can use expo CLI. Okay. So now what I need to do, npx expo. Now suppose I am not giving npx expo, I am simply using expo client tool. Okay, so expo, for that reason I need to use expo init. Suppose test native JS1. Suppose I am doing this. Now if I do this, you can see here this has been deprecated. Okay, so recommend SDK something is higher, etc. Well, okay, so it is also giving that npx create expo app template, but you can see here I have used dash template with JavaScript, but it did not given the main basic app.js files and other basic folders. Now if you here you can choose the options by, you can switch to different options by down arrow or up arrow, and you can hit enter to choose. Now for JavaScript we need to choose the first one. Okay, you can see here these two is for TypeScript and these two is for bare and minimal to get you started. But for getting the main JavaScript files including the app.js or and index.js, you need to choose this one blank. So let us hit enter. Okay, so downloading complete. Fine, very good. So let me enter into the folder. Okay, so first let me quit these two windows. Okay, it has been quit. Now code dot. Great. Now you can see here we have got this app.js, index.js. Okay, now if you want to run the application, so what you need to do, you need to run npx. Okay, suppose if I use expo, I'm not using expo, I'm using expo start. Okay, if you use expo start, you can again see here the okay, this is not a function. Okay, so let's experiment with npx expo start. Now you can see here, so you need to use npx. So expo client is giving some issues. Sorry, it is not client, it is CLI, command line interface. So this command line tool is giving some issues. Now okay, you can see here the QR code is generated, and let me go to my Android device. You can see, okay, green screen. Okay, now you can see already we have tested the test native. Now I'm not going to clear it because for your reference. Now I'm going to scan this QR. Okay, now if I scan this QR, you can see here it is giving the same thing. Okay, so there is a main problem in explode. You can see here everything is related to tsx. Okay, now what you need to do is you need to first reload this application. For this you need to use R. You need to press the key R, and after that you can see this loading, index.js loading. JavaScript logs will be removed. You can see here I think they are stopping support for JavaScript, and you can see here this one, open apps to start working on your app. Okay, now let me show the code here. Yes, it is written. Suppose I am writing in Hindi. Let me Google Translate. Okay, English to Hindi. I love you. Okay, मैं तुमसे प्यार करता हूँ. Okay, चलो let's copy it. Now you can see, you must observe that it will bring the live changes. I am pasting it. You can see here it is giving मैं तुमसे प्यार करता हूँ. Suppose in text, suppose I am giving another style. Okay, style. Suppose styles, it is giving error because the changes are erroneous. Styles, or suppose meet text. Okay, now I need to create a meet text over here. Okay, so meet text here, what I need to do, font size to suppose 20. You can see here the font has been bigger, the font has been increased. Now suppose the container's background color is, suppose I am giving a gradient, not color. Suppose background. Okay, there is no background. Okay, I don't need gradient, I am just giving a demonstration. So suppose background color. Okay, it is, I think the error is due to this. I am removing the background color. Then suppose background is okay, I cannot do this, I need to use background color. Fine, so suppose I am giving this yellow. Okay, so that's a string yellow, and you can see here the background color has been changed to yellow. Fine, now suppose I am giving a button. status bar auto. Okay, fine, I'm giving a button over here. Okay, button button. Okay, so this is button. You can okay, this is not allowing this one button. Okay, so what is, oh, okay, I need to import this. For that you can use this one, snippet. What's the problem? Okay, I need to give a title, right? Title is press me, suppose. Okay, you can see here it is showing. And suppose I am I want to give some gap over here, so I can use suppose I am giving a gap style. Okay, so I need to use height, this height property, and then suppose 30. Okay, now what it will give, view here, suppose style. Okay, styles dot gap. Now you can see here a gap has been introduced, so that is of 30 unit and the font size is of 20 unit. Okay, so this was what I wanted to show you, that there is much problem with expo client because it has been deprecated. Okay, so if you are comfortable right now, if you are comfortable with TypeScript, unlike me, because I am comfortable with JavaScript, so you can obviously use, I mean you have to use, you can you can use this okay, so it has been not locked, whatever. So if you are much comfortable with JavaScript or TypeScript, so you can use this command, that npx create expo app @latest. Now suppose this will be the app folder name, okay, this will be the thing, this will be the app project name or folder name, and this will necessarily create the TypeScript. And if you use template JavaScript, specially for JavaScript, this will give that problem where you won't find this app.js, node modules, expo assets. Okay, this is because that create expo app has stopped for the support for JavaScript. Okay, now if you actually right now using this, if you want to use JavaScript, so you have to use this expo client, where you need to use npx. You can use both expo init app name, I mean app project app folder name, or you can also use npx init expo init app name. Okay, but both of these will give that deprecation warning or kind of simple error. Okay, so here we don't have anything to do. If you have to use JavaScript, if you are comfort, so many of my friends are also migrating to TypeScript for that reason. Okay, so if you are comfortable in TypeScript, this will be much good for you. But if you are comfortable in JavaScript, you should not worry, because for that this way I have shown you, this is also giving support for JavaScript. Okay, so thanks for watching. If you are new here, to get this kind of video and many other videos, like I'm also thinking of starting some videos on machine learning as well, with some, if possible, with some mathematical intuition, or some live demonstration if possible, because I am also studying those. It is not that I don't yes, I know I had a subject of machine learning in my computer science subjects, but still there are many depth concepts especially today's things like transformers, RNNs, okay, different neural networks. Yes, I have the knowledge of the basic neural networks and other things, but still I am studying the research papers and different other things that are needed to understand, and I have to study more and more so that I can explain to you in much comprehensive manner, not like giving a huge uh, what should I say, giving a huge piles of terms over you. Okay, that will not be effective for understanding. So whatever, thanks for watching and Jai Hind.